Well, hello there, friend. Andrew Najera here at Drew Installs Hardware. Today, awesome topic for you. We're going to do top 5 tips for apprentices. Up, that's a P, apprentices. Awesome, yes. So I'm going to give you my top 5 tips for apprentices. Now, the first 5 or the top 5, they're going to apply to apprentices, but it can apply for anyone who's maybe starting out at a new job, maybe in a new field they have never done before, and they're just starting out. These top 5 can apply to you as well. And if you stick around past the top 5, I'm going to give you a few more bonus tips that are more specific to a carpenter and even more specific to a carpenter who installs commercial doors for a living. So let's get right to it. Let's start with tip number 1. So tip number 1 is going to be show up early. Show up early. And I'll even add to that, show up early, but be ready to work. This is so important when you're starting out as an apprentice. One thing it does, it helps your employer know that you're dependable, right? When you're there early, like if you're supposed to be there at 6, you be there with all your tools unloaded at 5:45, right? Be 15 minutes early. If you're not 15 minutes early, you're late. Okay, so it shows your employer that you're dependable. It shows them that you have discipline. And when they know that you're dependable and have discipline, later on, when it comes time to see who they're going to give more responsibility to, or maybe who they're going to invest in for the future, your name's going to be at the top of that list. So showing up early is tip number 1. Let's go to tip number 2. So tip number 2 is ask questions. Ask questions. I'll do another exclamation point. It's important. Ask questions. Communication is really key. Sometimes your foreman, he's going to give you a lot of information all at once. To him, he understands completely what he's asking you to do because he's got lots of experience doing it. For you, it may be the first time you're doing the whatever task it is he's asking you to do. So when he rattles off all this information to you, ask questions. It's really good because it shows them that you can communicate, and also shows that you're taking the initiative. You don't just want to run off not fully understanding what has been asked of you. But yeah, you want to know, so ask questions. Also, asking questions is really big too because not all the journeymen want to share all the tips and tricks of the trade with you. But sometimes you come across those who do like to share, who like to teach. And when you find one of those, that's like gold for you because they're willing to put the time in to help you understand some of the things that they've had to learn over the years. So yeah, asking questions, and I will add to that also, listen carefully. So that's tip number 2, ask questions, listen carefully. Let's go to tip number 3. Okay. Tip number 3 is going to be take pride in your work. Hey, how about another exclamation point? Yes, take pride in your work. So, as an apprentice, there's lots of different tasks you're going to be asked to do, and a lot of them might seem simple or very basic, but no matter what task you've been asked to do, take pride in your work. Work hard at it. If you've been asked to sweep the floor, make that floor the cleanest floor they've ever seen. If you've been asked to organize the tools or lock up all the tools at the end of the day, make sure you don't miss anything. If you're asked to pick up trash, make sure you walk through that whole building, and anything that even looks like a piece of your company's trash, pick it up, get it in the dumpster. So take pride in your work, no matter what the task is. Do it well. And what this will do for you as an apprentice, it's going to help you build a really good reputation. And when you think about it, all the other apprentices, at least in the Carpenters Union, we have periods of apprentice from like 1 to 8. So, but no matter what, in the union, everybody's getting paid the same basically. So your reputation really matters when it comes to who are we going to keep on when things get slow. So if you've built up that good reputation of taking pride in your work, your name then again is going to be at the top of that list for them to keep. All right, let's move on to tip number 4, and that's going to be observant. Yes, be observant. Also, I might say think ahead too, but be observant. Find the guys who you work with who just really kick butt all the time. They're performers. They're successful at their job. Find those guys and be observant. See how they handle situations. See how they handle their work because they're successful for a reason. So observe their habits, observe their mindset, and try to imitate that in your work. Also, this be observant is good when you're there assisting a journeyman with something. Anticipate. You've maybe seen them do this particular task before. Anticipate what they're going to need and be ready to give it to them, be ready to assist. And being observant is going to help you understand what's going on, and it's also going to help you provide the assistance that the journeyman's looking for to complete whatever task they're working on. All right, where are we at? Let's go to tip number 5. Tip number 5 is going to be, well, let's just say, we'll say it like this. Let's say be organized. Be organized. Exclamation point. Forgot one there, but be observant. Exclamation point. So be organized, and specifically thinking of apprentice in the carpentry trade or any of the trades, you want to keep your tools organized. How you keep your tools is going to be a reflection of how you're viewed as a worker. It's just a fact. If you have your tools spread out everywhere and the journeyman asks you, hey, go grab a hammer, go grab a tape measure, go grab a drill, go grab an impact. No matter what tool they ask, if it takes you forever to find the tool and you have to remember where you put it, where you left it, it reflects negatively on you. So being organized is really important. Your work is going to be cleaner, it's going to be faster, it's even going to be safer. And like I said, your reputation as an apprentice really matters. If you have the reputation of being very organized with your tools, that's going to help you keep working. And then when things get slow and they have to cut some people, your name again is going to be at the top of that list. If they say, we got to keep him. He shows up early. He takes the initiative by asking questions. He takes pride in his work no matter what we ask him to do. He's observant and pays attention. And man, that guy's tools are organized. He always has what he needs and he can get to it quickly. So those are my top 5 tips for apprentices or anyone who's starting a job where they want to learn and they need to learn to be able to advance. Now I can let's give you some bonus tips maybe, okay? And these are going to be these are just going to be tips more specific to my experience going through the Carpenter's Apprenticeship Program and during that whole time installing doors and hardware. So let's see, what would tip number 6 be? Let's go bonus tip 6. So you're going to make a tool list. Okay, what's the tool list? Well, to me, when I say that, what I mean is as an apprentice, you're not always going to have every single tool you need to do the job. So a journeyman will ask you to do a task, and there may be a specific tool you need for it, and he'll let you borrow that tool to do that task during the day. Every single time you borrow a tool, you make a list. Make a little list on your phone, and it's going to be tools to buy list, okay? And then every single week, if you can, try to buy one of those tools on that list. This is going to help you build, for one, it helps you build your amount of tools you have. But if you do this every time you borrow one, over a period of time, let's say over a period of a year, you're going to have all the same tools that the journeyman has, and you're still an apprentice. So you're going to be equipped to do the job, and that's also going to help you stand out from others. Some of the tools are less expensive than others. That was bugging me. Some of the tools are less expensive than others, and some are really expensive. So Some hand tools and things like that, you might be able to buy one per week. Others you might have to save up for a little bit. But having that list will tell you exactly what you need to have to do your job as a journeyman, and that's going to help you stand up out from others. All right, what's tip number 7? Did I use all my colors already? Probably, huh? So tip number 7, let's say, what's that going to be? Okay, so you're going to need to learn to read the plans. This is so important. And I'm going to add to that also, especially when it comes to doors and door hardware, learning to read the plans, but also then learning to read manufacturer's installation instructions as well. This takes time to learn how to read the plans. And as an apprentice, you may not get much of an opportunity to do that on the job. But if that's the case, ask to take some plans home. Just a couple sheets, maybe. Like, for example, for me, a floor plan is a super important part of the plans that I need to be able to know how to read, and I need to kind of know what's on there. On that floor plan, it'll tell you like where the doors are located, which direction they swing, what number they are, so you make sure you get the door in the right spot. It'll show you a lot of times wall types, and wall types are super important when you're going to set hollow metal frames to make sure that the throat size of the frame is going to match the wall. There's ways to tell what side of the wall gets double sheetrock, what side gets single. There's lots of information in the plans that we need to know how to find and how to read correctly. So that's something that it will take you time to do, but also you go to your boss and say, hey, can you give me some plans so I can take them home and try to like look at them and learn how to read them? Again, you're showing initiative, and your bosses are going to notice that, and it's going to make you stand out from other apprentices as well. How many more tips do I have? That's a couple more. Let's see. Also then, so this is a funny one, I think. So don't call in sick Mondays or Fridays. Do not call in sick on Mondays or Fridays. Don't do it. Okay? Lots of people do it, but you don't do it. If you're deathly sick and can't go to work, show up and make your boss send you home. Okay? That shows that you got initiative. It shows you want to be there. But so many people call in sick on a Monday or a Friday when they're not really sick. They just don't want to work. So don't be one of those people. Don't call in sick on Monday or Friday. Number 9. Maybe 2 more. Okay. Stay in motion. I had a boss and he taught me that one. Stay in motion. If you don't know what to do or not sure, just keep moving. Keep moving. Go find your foreman and say, hey, I'm done with all my tasks. What do you want me to do next? Keep moving. Don't just, if you get to a point where there's nothing to do or you're not sure what to do, don't just relax. Don't kick back. Don't wait for someone to come to you and tell you. Stay in motion. And if you can't ask anybody, there's an expression, if it's time to lean, it's time to clean. So just start sweeping. Do something that helps the project stay in motion. And yeah, that is going to be beneficial to you. It'll help you stand out. Okay, let's see. What's our last one? Okay, this might be kind of similar to number 3, but it's just yeah, work hard. Put in the effort. So this trade, we're kind of in a weird situation with artificial intelligence coming on. That's going to change a lot of stuff pretty quickly in the next few years. The trades, though, are an area where, at least the way I see it, in some ways, building things is somewhat protected a little bit as far as AI taking your job. Now, robots might be able to eventually, but they got to learn how to build the robots better, right? But anyway, the trades are a great place to make a living. And especially for me, commercial door hardware is such an awesome way to make a living. The work is so much fun. It's a skill that is useful to people, and what I see in the foreseeable future for now is it's going to be in high demand. You make a really good wage, and you can provide a good living for your family. So you want to make the most of it. The fact that you get to be an apprentice at one of these companies, that's awesome. Work hard, follow these tips, and you're going to be very successful. Especially, let's see, I think the one that will make you stand out the most out of all of these is learning to read the plans and read manufacturer's instructions. So especially if you're going to be doing doors and hardware, being able to read the manufacturer's instructions, installation instructions, that is going to set you apart from everybody else. So learn how to do that well. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for letting me share these top 5 tips for apprentices. If you liked the video, please share it with an apprentice, share it with your apprentices, share it with another apprentice, and let me know if you liked it in the comments. So thanks so much for your time. Thanks for hanging out. And until next time, happy hardwaring.